Hello and welcome to One Creative Mommy. Today we'll be learning to take an ordinary blanket and by adding a pocket with a handle, learn how to make this travel blanket that can go with you on an airplane, to the beach, wherever you need a blanket on the go. You'll need a blanket of any size, a piece of fleece or any fabric that you want to use with it, some little scraps of fabrics to use as patches to cover where you've put on your strap, some ribbon to use as your handle for your bag, a little bit of embroidery floss if you want to give your pocket an edge, pins, measuring tape, scissors, and a sewing machine. So you'll start by laying out your blanket and folding it up like you would if you were going to fold it into a quillo. So fold the blanket into thirds, then fold your blanket down into the shape it will be when you make your pocket. Then take your fabric scrap, lay it on top, and this will give you an idea of what size you need to make your pocket. I like to make it about 1 inch wider on each side and the bottom, and then a little shorter on the top. I've measured mine out. I like this to be 18 inches this way and 12 inches this way. But yours will be different just based on whatever size blanket you have. So go ahead and cut your piece to size and then come back. If you want your pocket to have a nice edge like this one that's already done, you just put a blanket stitch around the whole outside, tie a knot at the end, use the full thickness of the floss. All you do is go about 1/4 inch up, come through, do the same thing again for your first stitch, about 1/4 inch apart. Put the thread behind the needle, pull it through, then move on to the next one, do the same thing, put it behind the needle. Now you'll start to see it come down to the edge. Thread behind the needle, come through, coming around a corner, just do the same thing, thread behind the needle. You get the idea, you just do that around the entire pocket. And I have one already done right here, which I did with the red, which is what I wanted for this blanket. So I have the pocket that fits the entire thing. The next thing I'm going to work on is the strap. My handle needs to fit over the luggage rack. Mine's about like this. I'm going to go measure it with the suitcase and make sure and come back. You'll need 2 the same size. Okay, I checked it on my luggage and my straps needs to have 8 inches between there, so I've measured it all out. I'm just going to pin it down. Then I'm going to head to my sewing machine to sew right across here several times to make it really tight, and then I will with a zigzag stitch go around the hearts like this. So when I come back, you'll see that all done. If your blanket doesn't have hearts, you can do whatever shape you want. Make your blanket as cute or as plain as you want. Okay, I'm back. I have sewn on my handle. I've sewn the little patches on top. Now I have centered my piece in the middle of my blanket. This is the side of the blanket that I want to show on the outside of my pillow. This is the nicer side, so my uglier side is face down. Now I just wanted to show you how the patches look, but I'm going to turn this over. So now I'm going to take my second handle and I want to match it on my blanket. So what I'm going to do is just follow my other handle as best I can and pin it. So I will go to the sewing machine and I will stitch this down. Then I'm going to come back, lay this out again, and do the same thing with my hearts. Make sure they're lined up. Then I'll go back to the sewing machine and sew on the hearts. I've sewn on the hearts. So to do the final step, you're going to take your pocket, put it upside down so that the hearts are toward each other. Again, measure to make sure it's perfectly centered. Pin here and here. You're just going to stitch along here, here, and here. And then come back. All right, and here we go. Pocket's all sewn on. The hearts are together. Last thing is just to try it out. Pocket side is down here at the bottom. I flipped it over. So I'm going to fold it into thirds. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Then starting at the top, Fold it down 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Now flip it over and turn it inside out. Just reach your hand in the pocket. And there you have it. Your cute travel blanket ready to go.